lovelies, this is Simspell and welcome back to Niche Wizarding World with the Spellbook Tribe Reborn. We have been enjoying an age of peace under the leadership of Sithwi, Grand Witch Sithwi, who was apprenticed to the amazing Takey that I'm sure we all know of. We even have a tree of Takey established where she died under. She spent much of her life under that tree, but under her guidance we managed to kill a rogue, and not only that, to get our food stores to a good amount. Now we have been experiencing a little bit of trouble in terms of our resources because our tribe is slowly but steadily growing and our resources are being reduced because of what we kind of spent trying to find that rogue and destroy that rogue. So we did kind of, sacrifice a little bit of food gathering there. But under the leadership of Sithwi, we are going to be finding balance again, hopefully, and we are going to turn this age of peace into an age of prosperity. Okay, in the previous episode we also discovered or uncovered the Thorn Trail, which runs from the Tree of Takey to this side up the cliffs. That's quite exciting. You know what would be cool? Since this tree is called the Tree of Takey, it would be pretty awesome if this tree up here had a name, because then we could say that the Thorn Trail runs from the Tree of Takey to this tree. But obviously we don't want to rush that because it's an important part of history, so I'm okay for us to wait until something significant happens or a nicheling does something significant enough for us to go ahead and be able to name that tree after them. So there we go. We have, I think, a female who's ready to give birth. Yes, Master Raka. We're having a good flow of offspring right now. And I think all of the younglings we have right now, how many do we have? We have 4. They're all apprenticed, which is pretty good. But I think we are trying slowly but surely to make sure we have what? We have healing nichelings. That's right. I'm pretty sure most of, if not most, probably I think like 2 of the younglings that we have, they actually have the purr, snout, and the recessive, so they come from healing bloodlines. But I think it's Else and Mazook. But we do want to make sure that after My Hairskin, Imla, and Scoradel, we have even more healing nichelings. The sisters are doing a great job, mind you, and they do have a little bit left, but they are more towards the older part of their life. So there we go. We need to keep an eye out for that because I think the healing magic has helped saved us numerous times. Anyways, apart from that, you lovelies have been saying that we do need to get the web paw out of our genes because that's really hindering us, especially because we don't actually spend time in the water. If maybe we had, for example, with Mazook, if Mazook had the double swimming paw, it would be okay because he could gather like clams and shells underwater. But the way this tribe or the wizarding circle is kind of built, the wizarding world right now, they don't exactly spend time in the water, they spend more time on land. So we have to get that out, which is why I've been trying to cast a lot of spells to do with nimble fingers and just better paws. And hopefully that passes through, but sometimes it's more of a hit than a miss, like with the young Else. She can't do anything except to get bunnels, which I mean is something, and that's only due to the ram horns that she has. There we go. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see what we have to do. Another thing you guys mentioned, and I quickly want to touch on this before we get going, is that we should probably, for our cursed nichelings, get the females pregnant and only have them give birth on the last day of their lives, so that we control the population. Not only that, we don't risk them getting impregnated and having a runt like we did with this runt over here, who's nameless because it is a runt. There we go. And I think that's about it. Actually, no, you guys also said that, in your opinion, Traxa and Daphras have done a lot in their life in terms of providing food to the wizarding world and helping us sustain the tribe, and as a result you feel that they should be reborn into more able bodies in the future, and I completely agree with that. If you guys come across nichelings and you feel like they've done something important for the tribe, then let me know, like you guys did with Daphras and with Traxa, and I will make sure that when they pass away, as long as I don't forget, if I do please remind me, that the next nicheling born after they pass away is going to, we're going to say, be their reincarnation. And they'll probably have different names still, but they'll be in a reincarnation. So in the stories, their basically soul has, you know, transferred into a more able body, basically, that is included in the society. So there we go. That'd be pretty cool. But let's get these nichelings over here moving. Actually, Kigrim, you're doing a great job with the berries. Yep. And Iram, you need to try and grab some stuff, which you can't do much of. There is a berry bush here, so I might send it down that way, even though they are apprenticed, and I'd like them to stay close. But we might just have to send her down that way. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing it. That's fine. I'll send her there so that we don't waste resources as much. Okay, over here we have Imla, who's going to clear away these grasses and pluck a berry. We'll have Tyaseth, who's apprenticed to Raka. She's been trying to get near her mentor for a while now, so I think she's going to hop probably up here, come around this way so that she can meet up with her mentor down there. We'll have Raka jump into the nest, clear away these spots, and Thidlock, her mate, is going to clear away those spots. And does Raka have her... She does. They've cast their spells. Thank goodness. I've been keeping an eye on that. Okay, cast her spells. And who else? Sithwi. Oh look, yeah, there's some nuts, which is amazing over here that she can gather. I'll get her to clear these away and clear that away. There's a cactus. Cactuses are dangerous. Sith is on her last day. Oh my goodness, Sith is on her last day. And I think she would want to pass away next to her daughter, so I'm going to jump her right up there. She can pass away under this tree with her daughter Sithwi as the Grand Witch. And I think this is just going to be like a beautiful moment between the two of them. And she has lived a very tough life. Sith was her first daughter. I mean, Sithwi was Sith's first daughter. Then after that, she had like just traumatic births after birth. 3 in total, until she finally managed to return back. And she's been reunited. I think they've been catching up quite a bit. And, you know, in a circle like this, look at that. She's just surrounded by family. I think she feels very safe and happy over here where nobody other than her family members can get to her. Okay, well, we need to start moving these nichelings along. I'll get Thidlock to move up here. And Mazook is going to join his mentor. There we go. Over here, let's see. Elsa, you're with Sithwi. We could take out this, but it's not going to be good because nobody has the collecting ability just about yet, so I don't think we want to risk that. But I think Elsa is going to be a little bit adventurous and come around this way. And then, let's see. Myhisk is probably going to jump by the coast. Can she grab fish? No, she cannot. So she's going to ignore the fish and jump there. And then her sister is going to join her. There we go. Nice. So these three are obviously keeping little Elsa safe. Sithwi is nearby, so we don't have too much to worry about. But let's cozy up next to Raka and see what sort of offspring she has, shall we? It's a little baby girl that Dawn has, that Dawned webbed paw. It has the webbed paw. So we are at 18 nichelings. Darn it. But she's useful though. She's got 2 collecting and a cracking and 2 strength. So she is useful, so I'm glad I paired them up instead of anyone else. But Dawn, okay, well, and I want to name this female the name I was going to give the runt before, but I liked it, so I'm keeping it for her. I will name her Thala. So Thala, welcome to the family. There we go. Isn't she lovely? So we have that going on. She can immediately jump out of the nest. And I don't think Raka's going to be able to have any more offspring because she is a little bit too old at this stage. Yeah, a little bit too old. Now Sithwi can't be paired up either. Iram, oh wow, Kigrim aged up. Whoa, guys. Whoa. Okay, who else aged up? Let's get a good look. Nobody else. We had 1 child born, right. But Kigrim is not an apprentice anymore. He is actually a wizard in his own right. So let's give him his orange gemstones to show that he's a proud wizard, and a proud male wizard at that. So wizard Kigrim. Nice, nice. So we have that going on here. And Iram is actually free to return And if she can make it in time, maybe even mate with Thidlock. Tyasith has, I think, 1 day left to go before she ages up, and she can actually become mates with Kikrim. They have been, or they were a childhood romance when they were very young, but they obviously parted halfway through their teenhood, and who knows, maybe it's going to be like a magical reunion between Kigrim and Tyasith. She was a wanderer that came over here right at the Tree of Taki, just as I think Kigrim became an apprentice not long after. So, oh my goodness, they have an adorable love story. Okay, Master Irem, I think then it is time for you to make your way through the Thorn Trail and reunite with Thidlock if possible. As for Kigrim, he's going to pluck his berries. I think he's just been doing so good and having so much fun plucking berries. He's going to continue doing that. Right now, food is the most important thing that we can think of right now. So anyone who is able to gather food needs to be able to gather food. My goodness. Okay, Sithwi is going to drop some nuts. Goodness gracious, the nuts are on the other side. She's going to jump up here, collect that. And we have some berries to collect over here. Nice. I think those are all the food resources we could gather immediately. We're going to jump to the alienage and see what we can gather with these nichelings. Runt is old enough, and I think with the runts what we're going to do is I'm only going to give them a dark gemstone in the middle, because once we have to, if they're runts, we're going to release them as soon as they're teens, and I can't change the gemstones when they're older, and if I have 2 brown gemstones and the third one's going to be yellow anyways, and that's going to annoy me, so I am going to make runts are going to have just the 1 gemstone in the middle, to show that they were marked. So they were born into the alienage or to a cursed nichelings, but they were obviously let go of. So Runt is going to be made an Omega, Trax is going to be an Alpha, and she is going to chase her child away. Oh geez, gather the food. Gather the food. Let's see. Jump, gather the food. It's not like she's... That's another thing. The runts are never going to be a risk to us because they can't gather anything. Unless I think they can clear grass and gather like meat we've let down, because you know it's just eating it. But they won't be able to gather berries and stuff, so they aren't exactly a threat even if we let them go. So that's fine, that's cool. So there we go, we have that. Any food here? Oh yeah, you are making your way right over here. Oh, you got Bunnel. And I think we'll get you to collect food if you can, Jethand. So Jethand's jumped there. He's met up with Daphriz and he's going to help collect up some food. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ulfion's going to be taking over Daphriz's place once Daphriz passes away, because he's got some of that ability he can use to gather nuts, which is going to be important. And Sakran over here, she is going to gather her nut. And oh, there's a Bunnel that she didn't get, darn it. Oopsies, that was my mistake. She's going to kick the tree and gather yet more nuts. So we have 50 food. We do have 50 food. But we need to be careful. We need to be very careful. We do have a tree over here that we don't have nicheling allocated to. But again, we are constantly on the move. I'm going to get Imla to jump up here. Let's see. We have these grasses here that are kind of covering a lot of things, but I don't see them uncovering this. I think it's regrowable grasses, so we're not going to bother with them. We'll have little Tyasith. Tyasith, you are apprenticed to Raka, that's right. So you need to jump to your mentor. You've been too far from her for too long. But there's food. Just going to gather that bit of food. I think Thidlock is going to jump up here and... oh, darn it. Well, we can't gather anything from there. Mazook, Mazook, Mazook. Mazook is going to jump up and join his mentor. Yep, so we are spreading a little bit to make movement a tad bit easier. Down here, though, we have Sithwi, who's all the way up here. Elsa can't really do much except gather Bunnels. So I think she is going to just do some exploration. No, I think she should jump back and be close to her mentor. That'd be appropriate. So Elsa is going to be right next to Sithwi. And these two sisters, Scoridel and Myhisk, I think they're going to just clear away some of these spots. There we go. So we're making headway because that's also important. We might discover more resources the more headway we make with certain areas. So there we go. We have that going on over here. And I think that's about it. So let's turn the day and see what else we get. Oh, rain! We have rain! Nice! So rain's arrived. That's awesome. I think we've just had a nicheling age up as well. Let's have a look all the way around. Yep, we have apprentice Tyseth, who is actually now a... Tyseth? You are a witch. That's right. So you are a witch. Let's get your orange gemstones. Nice. Witch Tyseth. Lovely witch Tyseth. And oh, before I forget, I need to cast their spells. Jeez, that was careless of me. Okay, Kigrim needs to cast his spells. I want to give him... We definitely need to replace that paw. And I think I'll give him better eyesight. So I'll give him a better paw and better eyesight. So let's see. Nimble fingers, and we'll give him good eyesight. Hopefully those pass on. Those are the spells that he cast, and the spells that Tyseth is going to cast is going to be, I think, nimble fingers and probably better eyesight as well. Yep, so we'll have nimble fingers that she wants to pass on. Oh, she could actually pass on claw. She could pass on claw, everyone. I think we'll keep nimble fingers though, because they seem to do us pretty well. And with the horns they have, it's enough for them to be able to like get bundles or whatever else when they need to. But I think of the resources we've kind of seen available, trees, so nut gathering and collecting berries is the most important. So there we go, Tyseth, you have that, and I think you needed good eyesight as well. So she's going to cast a spell of good eyesight, and hopefully those important genes pass on to their children. Right, she's going to immediately, hold on a second, which Tyseth, let's immediately dig this, and then she's actually going to be making her way down to, can she gather nuts? No, she cannot. She can't gather nuts, but she can dig. I think, should she be making her way down, or should... Yeah, I think she's going to make her way down. Okay, you are going to jump back, go through the trails again, the thorn trail, and she is going to reunite with Kigrim, hopefully. Over here. Okay, nice. I don't think Iram is going to make it in time. Actually, she might, to have one last child. So I think we'll allow that to be a thing. Yeah, I think I'll allow that to be a thing. But let's see. Now, Raka, are you related to Mazook? I think you guys are half... Oh, Thala. Sorry, Thala. Oh, Thala also received the purr snout. Look at that. Look at that. Where did she get that from? Raka, do you have purr snout? Oh, Thidlock has a recessive. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Which is fine. Okay, so we have a few nichelings that are carrying the recessive traits, which is quite important. Now, with Iram, she doesn't have the best abilities. But that's the thing, guys. We could actually call a new nicheling, but unless a youngster comes, like with Tyseth, we can't breed with them anyways. So I'm putting a lot more focus into preserving the genes that we have now, if they're compatible, because if we call a new nicheling, they can't exactly breed with us anyways unless they're young. They're a teen like Tyseth, and we can train them, because otherwise they have to look for favors. Okay. Let's see, Iram, I am going to jump you up here, and let's see, yes, she's expectant, and in 3 days' time, she should be ready to give birth to her last child, so we'll have more genetic variation that way. Okay, this is a little bit crazy and confusing. Okay, we need food collecting. I'm going to jump back to the alienage because it's just a lot easier here. Let's see, can you gather this? Yes, you can. Okay, I'm going to get Daffras to collect the 2 nuts this way. Oh, there's another nut nearby. Let's see, Jathind, let's kick the tree so you can help out Daffras collect more nuts. Nice, okay. Over here, I think Traxa, no, we'll get Ulfion to collect the berries. Look at that, this is very rich because we have rain. And then Traxa, you need to go find another spot to gather berries. Maybe start making your way up here because there is a berry bush in this area. So she's going to head up in that direction. She could even come back down this path. which you probably should, in all honesty. Okay, I'll get Sakran to collect the nuts around here and kick the tree. There we go, nice. So she's getting a whole heap of food in that direction. And with that said and done, guys, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.